Remember me, remember me, remember me, yeah, yeah. Do you remember me, remember me, remember me, remember me, yeah, yeah. Remember me, remember me, remember me, remember me, yeah, yeah. Do you remember me, remember me, remember me? Hey, now, never is there gonna be relief for me in this vague, distorted reality. I am afraid I am a haunted being, just like all of the other indigenous beings. History has kept us alive. I remember when we were kings and queens, ambassadors of human beings. Testimony still remains in stone, where nobody can break it down. No matter how far Cleopatra needle flows up and now, it still belongs to remain to that land of mine. Burning what you wanted, monuments is standing firm. When and where did we do you harm? You're victimizing we until we cannot stand. My body be broken down with grief. Soul needs a moment of relief. I am unleashing the rages embedded in your beliefs. We're changing real nativity. Cannot really live in unity, challenging time. That's what we're living in. Not even sure of my dream. Why the hell do you think you deserve to bring it? Seriously, you really think I've forgotten what you've done to me? Man, you're scared of my memories for an eternity. You need to be stripped of your luxuries, and only then you remember me. Come on now. Remember me, remember me, remember me, remember.
Greetings and welcome once again. This evening we have a special treat for you. There are few times that we get as many calls and as many responses to a guest as we do for the guest that we're having for you this evening. But as I have said in the past when we had this guest on, that we were going to have her back and we were going to do something just a little differently. Originally, we had quite a bit of information to pass on you about a variety of issues and things that are going on in our community, both close and far. But because we have such a dynamic speaker, an individual with us this evening, we're going to save that for next week so that we can give you a free flow forum this evening, which will allow Chief Warhorse to be able to discuss many of the issues that are confronting her and her nation. And also we are bringing back Brother Roderick, who is known in New Orleans as Bald Eagle, so that he also can share some information from the Choctaw Nation as we have it. And we also have, once again with us, Sister Linda Hill, who is a frequent co-host with us, so that we can really talk about the things that are happening with the nation, as well as things that are happening from our education community. So I want to welcome all of you here at our story, and I'm glad that you're with us once again. I want to turn it over to the Chief, but once I give it to the Chief, I know that's going to be it. So Roderick, I guess I'll go to you first and find out what has been going on with you and where are we from the standpoint of not only the Chata Nation in New Orleans, but I guess the Mardi Gras Indians as well. Welcome, brother.
Thank you, Wes. Mostly what I've been doing, I've been working and collaborating with Chief Warhorse, trying to gather our people that are here in New Orleans and around the surrounding parishes. I direct most of the calls back to Chief Warhorse because a lot of the times I don't know the different family names that are involved. And I have maybe a list of about 5 names, and every time I hear those names around New Orleans, I always make it a point to go back and talk to those people and let them know about their culture and kind of direct them in the path that they need to go. Right now we're trying to get them to come back to the tribe and connect back with the census. And we're going to be setting up like a satellite office in New Orleans where the people can come in, family members from the tribe, and cross back over into the Native American side. That will probably be at the Prince Hall building down on Basin Street. Further negotiations have to be done with the Census Bureau, and we'll probably be coming back to the show to give more detailed information.
I'm sure we got further negotiation with Prince Hall too.
All right, Wes.
Oh yeah, don't get me started. I know. Okay, all right, Linda. I'll let you go next, and then we'll let Chief have it and take it from there. Go ahead, Linda.
Well, my mission in this is to thoroughly and intrinsically connect this to the education community with people who feel, not because my way is the right way, but because it's the truth. And we want the truth to come out as historians. So it was truly a gift when Wes introduced me to Chief to find out that everything that I was always, for lack of a better term, I'm just going to say this. I hear African Americans, black people especially, say, I have Indian in me. And in my mind, I would always say, no kidding. You should know that you have it in you, because my great-great-grandfather is Cherokee Indian. So I was a member of a congregation last week that's called the Association of African American Museums. I am thoroughly involved in civic engagement with my community and the community at large in general. So I really want to disseminate information, and to not only to disseminate it, but just research to find out the truth so that the world will know that there are people indigenous to America. It's not fiction, it's not something that's make-believe. It's the truth that there are black ancient Indian tribes. Okay, so we have people who have researched it. At this conference that I attended, I connected with Dr. Thomas Durant, who is a retired professor of African American history at Louisiana State University. I've connected with various other professors who are interested in telling this story, inviting you to conferences so that we can begin to really make this an intrinsic effort among the education community. So with that said, Chief, I want to ask you, how do you feel that I can go forward from here to implement my mission?
Okay. To get to that point, I need to step back a point.
Okay.
The hardest part I've seen in my fight, and I'm the chief of the tribe, is when you come up against people of color as well as European descent, and you say Indians, they're looking for the Bill Cody long-range Tonto style thing. And when you actually show them that the indigenous people were actually my color, as I have a habit telling people, a cocoa brown, or a brown piece of leather well put together. I have a lot of ways of using slangs to tell people that we are still here because we were not weak. We were here before DeSoto and Christopher Columbus. You have to be strong to make it through those disasters. During Katrina, I told them Katrina was not a Category 5. My people came through some Category 5s, and we survived them. So Katrina, to me, was going to be an easy thing to survive. Because when you've been hit by a category named DeSoto, Category 5, and it lingers around for 400 to 500 years, steady beating on the shore, and it just won't move, that's a disaster. Not a disaster that just come and go, but a disaster that's still lingering. Then when you have a person like George Washington, that was a Category 5. He hit, and we're still lingering because he's still on shore. Okay, so that's two categories sitting on shore at the same time. I have